A lot of action, a lot of highlights to get to. Why don't we start off in the Midwest bracket with Jalen Rose's Mid-Michigan Wolverines. How you feeling about them?
I feel really good about the Wolverines as long as we stay healthy. Obviously, we're going to miss Kaysen, but I feel like our guard play with Cadeau and McKinney is going to pick up for that. But ultimately, if we're going to cut down the nets, it's about our interior play.
We had two Bison in Buffalo. We had Howard and we had North Dakota State. Let's see how they do. First up, Howard was hanging around with Michigan in this one, had 10 threes at halftime, still falling right there, down by 4. Bryce Harris hitting shots in Dayton, hitting shots in Buffalo. But in the second half, it was all Wolverines.
And Johnson did a terrific job of improving his game. Now he's knocking down threes. Mara did a terrific job getting interior post-ups and banging with his left hand. Lindenborg didn't have to be a big scorer tonight. I really like the balance of the Wolverines. Excellent coaching by Dusty May all season.
Between Mara and Johnson, 40 points combined, 17 rebounds on 16 of 18 shooting. Pretty darn special. The joy for Michigan is met with the misery of Howard. And that's why sometimes when a career comes to a close, tears begin to flow.
12-year-old me is real happy and proud with where I'm at today. So it's tough. Damn, I don't want to cry, but it's tough because I had 15 brothers who were always excited to see me and would give me the most love and joy. That's why I kept fighting. That's why I kept playing. You know what I mean? I'm blessed to be here. You know what I mean? A lot of kids don't get to be here, so I'm just happy to be here.
Great kid, great story. That's the reason that we love March Madness. St. Louis, a great story set. Avila down low, taking on Georgia. And this really wasn't a game from the get-go.
Yeah, I tell you what, I thought the Bulldogs would be a lot more competitive in this one. Neither team was really clicking offensively, but I'd say St. Louis's defense was superior to Georgia's, but that's not saying a whole lot. Wilkins shot 58%. It was never close.
Yeah, Wilkinson for Georgia dropped 30 points and hit 7 threes, but it was really all for naught. St. Louis, and they were dunking on them too, Rose.
They did a great job of attacking the paint consistently, and I agree with Seth. I did not anticipate a 25-point blowout.
Coach, they impress you compared to what you saw in the A-10?
You know, I've seen Georgia play a lot. Really athletic. They fly around. Surprised they couldn't turn St. Louis over. The game was sped up, and they got run out of the gym.
Yeah, that is a 25-point win. St. Louis advances. I should have known picking better than picking against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Seriously.
I still think Milt Chamberlain is
No
really
doubt,
dark.
no doubt. Me too.
So here is the advancement of the bracket. That's a good tough matchup, Rose.
Yes, it is, and it's at 12 in the afternoon.
That scares you a little bit.
It does because Michigan had a later game this evening, and they played earlier on Saturday. It's a quick turnaround.
Well, St. Louis played later than Michigan.
I know, but I'm just worried about my team.
All right, East bracket we go. Greenville, South Carolina. We're going to get to Ohio State TCU, but first, Jerry McNamara and Sienna taking on Duke, a Duke team dealing with some injuries and maybe not the same form that we saw mid-season, the team that was knocking off Michigan. Sienna. No subs the entire game. Have you ever seen something like that before?
You know what? It's been a long time. DePaul in the 1979 Final Four did that where they didn't play any starters and ended up losing to Indiana State in overtime. But Sienna came out early in the game, made a bunch of threes. The Blue Devils knew they were in a fight, and you could see the pressure getting to him. But Caden Boozer, best game as a Blue Devil by far.
He is really coming to his own with this opportunity. How much of growth is going to happen with this team, Seth?
Well, they're going to get the big fella Patrick Gongbook back, they hope, on Saturday. Because
really?
You could really see how much they missed him today. That's the hope. He might not be their second best player, but he's their second most important player next to Cam Boozer. They could not assert themselves down low the way they needed to without Gongbook.
That's why Seth Davis is the best. I did not hear that information until just now. Sienna coach Jerry McNamara after the game.
Coaches take a lot of credit, you know, in terms of culture and the character that I have in that room. I'm just so blessed. I'm so grateful. I'm crushed for them because they played well enough to win.
I've known Jerry, for a long time. Had his guys way more ready to play than I did. He outcoached me. He outcoached us. And that's one of the hardest moments for me in sport, period. You're down double digits in the second half, and the toughness that these guys showed.
We really didn't come out ready to play today, and we got to be a lot better moving forward. But Coach has all the time, whether we win by 1 or 25, it doesn't matter. So just on to the next.
Jair saying he got out-coached by him. Highest winning percentage when trailing at halftime this season. Duke, Miami, among the elites. By the way, Rick Pitino said he had never seen that before, the no subs, and he went, maybe he'll be coaching up at Syracuse. I don't know. Jerry's focused on his squad, but we'd love to have you there. All right, TCU, Ohio State. This was the first game of the day. Bruce Thornton, his 136th game, his first in the NCAA tournament. David Punch and a tough TCU team. First half was dominated by the Horned Frogs coach. Xavier Edmonds, the steal and dunk. Then Brock Harding with the three. Good team in TCU.
Really good team in TCU, but Ohio State was not going to give up in this basketball game. They turned it on in the second half. Thornton out there shooting the three ball. And then I thought what really bothered him, that Byron driving downhill late in this game was something that TCU could not guard. They're going to get the ball in the middle of the paint and throw it down, big fella.
Man, Amari Bynum, the hoop, the harm he missed the free throw. This is when the game got crazy. Bruce Thornton driving through the lane, hits Harding in the face with an elbow. It was still called a blocking foul. The puppies were shuffling, the blood was flowing, and then pandemonium broke out. Tied at 61, kick it to the corner. Micah Robinson knocks it, TCU up 3. Bruce Thornton, I've waited 136 games for this. We're tied up. And then at the end of the shot clock, Xavier Edmonds somehow lays it in. And then a half-court heave, Seth, where I thought he had a few more maybe not. He had to shoot it.
You'd rather shoot it too early than too late, obviously. Yes. And it's a shame that, Bruce Thornton waited his whole career to be able to play in this game. Didn't really play his best game. Obviously, you got to give TCU a lot of credit, but, 10 points, 5 for 9 from the floor. But TCU's a really very physical, very connected defensive team. This is Jamie Dixon style coaching. They got better all season long. Some quality wins inside.
Now, you just talked about Gongba coming back.
Just enough.
This is a tough matchup for Duke.
Well, this is why they need Gongba, because you can get by Sienna without him. But TCU is a physical, strong team. They're going to try to limit the pace. They're going to not turn the ball over, so Duke cannot count on a lot of fast break points. If Gongba is playing, and if he's the Gongba that we expect, I think the fact, Coach, that Duke got this first game out of their system, they got their scare, they survived in advance. Maybe they're able to come out being a little bit more relaxed, but once you get in the second round, this. Everything is real in the second round.
Yeah, I'm just concerned a little bit about their point guard play and when they're not going to be able to handle the ball. TCU is going to get after them. They're not going to let them run their stuff, possibly turn them over. And then, if they don't have the big fella, I think it could really hurt because TCU is big. Punch down front, Edmonds, those two guys down low, they work really well on the inside. Going through the Big 12 was a gauntlet for TCU. And this team is tested. They beat Florida early in the season. They almost beat Michigan early in the season. I think it's a very, very confident TCU team.
Oh, it's a heck of a matchup that we all had circled on our bracket. I firmly believe the round of 32 is the most entertaining round in the tournament. Sweet 16 on the line. Craziness can happen. Second game in 3 days could be tough. We have Kentucky a little bit later. Let's get to Louisville now, taking on USF. A lot of people were circling USF right away. No Michael Brown. This game is going to be over. Brian Hodgson, one of the best stories in this sport. Father finally getting a chance to see him in action. Been battling dementia, can't travel. It was Louisville early and often, hitting a ton of threes. McNeely, I think he had 7 threes today, but the Bulls did not give up. Pinion knocking down a 3 at the top of the key. Ryan Conwell's going to find it to Frew. Check this out. Defense took a risk there.
It's a bad gamble if you stay behind them, make them shoot the basketball over the top. You try to get the rebound and push it the other way.
And there was a lot of talk about Pat Kelsey never having an NCAA tournament win. He now has one as Louisville advances.
Well, you have to be impressed with the way that they played without Mikel Brown. And the fact is they played a lot of games without him. I mean, he was gone for a bunch of games earlier in the season. Those back injuries are tricky. Then he came back. He wasn't playing so great. And they still had to find ways to win without him. So they've been through a lot. And you know Pat Kelsey, I mean, he is a fighter. He is a little pit bull. And this team really reflects his personality. So, yeah, they'd rather have Brown, but they played a lot without him. And even after blowing a 23-point lead, they found a way to finish it out.
Yeah, they had a big lead in the game, and the pressure of South Florida. Those guys, the Bulls never quit. They stayed after it. They pressed. They turned them over a bunch in the second half. You know, Louisville last year in the first round of Creighton, okay? And you never would guess that Pat Kelsey's 0-5.
Yeah.
And we look at that stuff as coaches. We recognize that. He recognized he had a really good team, had an opportunity to advance. Let's see what happens in a couple days.
I said there were 2 Bison in Buffalo. Let's get to the other. North Dakota State takes. Both Bison played a team from Michigan, as our intrepid cameraman Sean told me. I don't know how he saw that trend. I missed that trend. Michigan State, though, I don't think there was a moment of this game where we thought North Dakota State could win.
Not at all, and this is one of the greatest athletes in collegiate basketball. Card, lob, you see him catch right there, did a couple of incredible moves throughout the game, but Michigan State's going to always have toughness and rebounding and physicality. Today, they actually shot 50% from 3 as well.
He had a moment today where you and Mash looked at each other and went, "Why? I can't believe he even thought of attempting that." But when you have a 50-inch vertical, you do things like that. Michigan State, another win for Tom Izzo in the first round of an NCAA tournament. We advance them in the bracket, and they will be facing Louisville. This is our Ritz Time Out, highlighting the most snack-worthy highlight of the day. And it goes to Tom Izzo winning his 60th game in the tournament. Now, Calipari won as well, so they are both at 60. They are both in the top 5, and that has happened many times in Spartan history, slapping their logo in advancement.